Hi, this is Mandy from SunflowersAndDors. Welcome back to my channel. Another croquis video, I'm afraid. But hey, life goes on, and so does our crafting. So today is the next episode in the journal page layout ideas book, and I am just now looking through, as I said in my last video, what I'm finding now is that this was actually a harder kind of process than I kind of thought it would be, because I've realised a lot of the layouts we use are kind of very, very similar in terms of you know, you use a lot of text and you use a lot of pockets and you use a lot of other bits and pieces. It's just in different formats. And so that is where I'm at the moment. But I wanted to kind of carry on. What I think we'll find from this point on is that a lot of these pages are going to kind of start looking or revisiting the same concept, just in a slightly different way. So I hope that's okay with you guys. There is a bit of shadowing going on here. Unfortunately, again, where I do my craft and the lighting isn't great, and it's usually in the evening, so I don't always get access to good light. But we'll make it work, I'm sure. And today, again, it's a very, very simple process. And it's literally going to be a page full of pockets. So just to see what we've got to work with, we've got about 14 centimetres if we want to keep it comfortable, by about 20. So 14 centimetres across by about 20 centimetres down, and that works out at about 5 and just over 5.5 inches, and just short of, or just 8 inches, just short of 8 inches. But again, you know, your books are going to probably be very, very different in sizes, your journals, so you just adapt that and make it work for you. So today, what we're going to do is we are going to do, I'm going to try and get rid of some of this this wilder version of the Tim Holtz papers. This, I can't remember what the pad is, I want to say it's the Etc. pad, and it is very, very wild. So today the idea is that we kind of try and get rid of a little bit of these, not get rid of, that sounds awful, doesn't it? But we try to utilise a few of these pages. I mean, they are gorgeous, in fairness, absolutely gorgeous, but they're just so challenging to use when you kind of work with a lot of browns and beiges and very earthy tones, and of course these then jump out at you as bright as ever. And yeah, so I've pulled a couple of colours out here, just things that may go with this background. I mean, as it is, the background's not going to be seen as such, other than the very edge of it. So we're going to go with these, and we will see just how we get on. So I'm just going to pop that over there a second. Now, my book's starting to get a bit chunky. I am going to use card for this, although it's not hugely thick, the card, but I am going to use card. If you wanted to use paper or book pages, you might get a better profile, in fairness, because this is going to kind of be a build-up of different layers. So we're going to start off by simply, on my scraps even, we're going to start off by simply, what did we say? We said we had 14 by 20. So I'm going to see if I've got 20 here in length, and I have. So I'm going to just trim a little bit off there so that we've got the full size of the full length of the page, and 14 was our cross section. So, and of course all of these scraps will be utilised for other projects. As it is, I'm looking to do some, and I don't know where I've put the card for, oh there it is, some more page clusters, which I really enjoy working with. So I think I'm going to do this one as well. I'll cut the top on this one. It would help if I had a flat desk, but I've got so much on here that you don't always get a flat surface for this big bad boy here. And I kind of do love using this because it seems to really do the job well, whereas some of the smaller ones I can kind of struggle with sometimes, you know. We are talking about the cutter now, not the paper. So I'm going to cut 3 of these sheets, I think. And then we can fold that because we will still use it, but it'll be a lot smaller. So I folded 3 of the sheets, and I think that will probably be enough. It's just a case now of seeing kind of what order we want them in. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that. And all we are going to do is we're going to create ourselves some pockets. It is literally the simplest of projects ever. So we're going to create some pockets, and what I'm going to do is this is going to be our front. So I'll start with the back version here, and we're just going to start by cutting off a bit of a bit of a triangle, so it gives us a shaped pocket. Now our next piece underneath is going to be, so I'm going to take a little bit more off the bottom, and I am going to have a shape from the top, but this time the other side. And you know, you don't want the cuts to be the same angle at all in any way, shape or form. I may get another one of these in here actually, so I'm going to do one more before I cut them. That's the 20, and then the 14 is here. So this side again, I'm going to cut a bit of the top off of this one. And I'm not measuring once I've got my initial shapes at all. I am literally just going with the flow. And again on this one I kind of want to come here, so I'm going to take a bigger chunk of the bottom off. And as I said, all of these papers will be reused, and I just want a slight curve on this one because I don't want to lose the London on that. So literally these are our pockets. I'm going to quickly just take the whites off the edges. Not that you'll see much of them, but I just like to kind of clear those off a little bit. And as I said, you're probably not going to see much of the background on this, so it's not going to matter much what page we put it on. What you can do with this is I'm going to apply these to the page as they are. The profile isn't particularly thick, which is great because our book is getting chunky, but The other thing you could do is you could kind of attach these to each other and then attach this page here just by going around the edges, and you'll give yourself an additional pocket behind. So you'd end up with one pocket here, one pocket here, one pocket here, one pocket here, and another pocket behind there. So you can have 4 or 5, you can carry on building this. If I wanted to, I've got a little cut off there that I could put here. And that would be either another pocket or a text spot. Again here, I could make a cut here and have another pocket, which I might do actually. So just by, sorry about the shading, I can see now it's really great, it's not great, but just by continuing to use your scraps or your cut-offs, you can just carry on building this project as big as you want it to be. You can have, gosh, as many pockets as you want. But as it is now, that is what mine's going to look like. And when it's on the page, then you will see what it does actually look like. Do you know what? I might, or I might not. Just looking for a blank page that I think this might go on. Looking for something a bit plainer, I think. Might even go on that one there. No, a bit too blendy. That's the last piece I made. Yeah, I think we'll go with the original idea. So you can either, as I said, glue these together and start on the top, work your way back, and then glue it on as one piece. If you glue it on just on this section here, you're going to give yourself that really wide kind of text spot underneath. So let's do that actually. Let's not just talk about it. Let's do that. So I'm going to use art glitter glue for this. I'm running out of this actually, and it's strange because it's one of the things that has become quite difficult to get hold of in the UK. You can get hold of it, but the price has gone through the roof. So I may have to start considering a different type of glue. Right, for this one I'm going to glue along this side here, and then I'm going to glue along the bottom of our piece that we're going to attach, and along the side there. You can see how bright and kind of funky it is, this paper pad. And yeah, there's definitely a place for it. I do like it, but it's not one of my favourites. Okay, so the next one comes on here. So we can glue all of this, and we can glue right up to this point here. So I do love this paper the more I'm looking at it, and I think I've only got one of these left. I think I must have used one of the others for something else, but it's really, really lovely. Oops, daisy. And then last but not least, I think I'm going to cut down a little bit more just to give that more of an angle. Yeah. And then that is going to go on here like so. So again, I'm going to be able to glue this section here, and then I'm going to glue this one here, and this one here, And I'm going to pop that on here like so. So there is our pocket. Again, I'm going to put some little embellishments on here just to kind of make the most of that particular piece there. And this will glue directly into our journal. And as I said, if you want to just glue this top section and across here, you're going to give yourself a nice deep pocket at the back. I'm actually going to glue it all just because I don't need that pocket. Now be careful when you're gluing this, because I've kind of made the old schoolgirl error in that I've glued that whole area, in which case you lose a big section of the pocket that you're trying to create. So yeah, just think about your application before you actually finalize it. Now I'm going to turn this over here and hold that a second, because as this is getting chunkier and bulkier, it's getting harder to add some of these pieces. Okay, so that still hasn't fully adhered there yet. But what we end up with is we've got a nice, we've glued this bit here, so we've got a nice deep pocket here. Now, if I hadn't have glued that, I've just told everybody to be careful, if I hadn't have glued that and it just had glued across that section there, then, oh there, yeah, yes, ignore me. So there we can have a nice deep pocket, in theory. Let's see, just get my, so that was a hugely schoolgirl error, but yeah, so we've got a deep pocket here that now will go right the way down to the page. So I shouldn't have glued that section there, I should have just glued down here. But that's quickly fixed. And you've got a deep pocket there, you've got another pocket there, another pocket there, another pocket there, and another pocket tuck spot there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets, tuck spots, and if you'd have wanted to, you could have had an additional one there. I'm just going to make sure that this hasn't reattached itself. It's typical, isn't it? You know what you've got to avoid doing, and then you just do it anyway. I don't, see, my problem is I don't stop and think, because I just always want to get onto that next stage, you know. So again, one pocket there, one pocket there, one pocket there, one pocket there, one pocket there. I actually do like to do this all in the same colour, but because, as I said, I'm not likely to use this paper anytime soon, so it's a great opportunity to kind of build a ideas book with it. And that's our next door dog, letting us know he's around. Beautiful dog, absolutely beautiful golden Labrador, but he's very, very protective, and consequently barks at the slightest noise, bless him. Okay, so yeah, just a full page of pockets, not too thick in profile. Obviously, once you start adding those pockets or those pieces to your pockets, it is going to get a little bit chunkier. I will embellish this and add some bits and pieces before we do our final run through. But yeah, a really, really simple full page of pockets. Mega simple. And you can kind of design it around the colours that you choose, the cuts that you choose. You know, you're not going to get one that's going to look the same unless you measure it all together. So yeah, full page of pockets when you do it right. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you will get something out of it. And as always, I will catch you on the next video. So take care of yourselves for now.